Feel the love. Remind me never ever to miss a game because you'll be harassing me too.
To be fair, I'd be harassing you anyway.
That's true.
It's,
Good point.
I'm kind of agnostic on that. Everybody gets harassed equally. But anyway, moving onward. Everybody go ahead and roll your relationship dice.
And no. Thank you very much for playing.
You have forgotten what you're using them for. Here's your house rules link once more.
He's bigger today.
Oh, that's fine.
We need to get Noka a new token, please.
Clicking.
That's right.
And working.
Luck.
Yes, something needs to be done because your dice luck is. I think it's your token's fault.
Okay.
Because when I rolled for you a couple weeks ago, it was equally shit.
Alright, my turn.
Yep.
Just because I'm small.
You need to.
Let's do. Alright. Alright, any questions, comments while I monkey around with the token?
How do you use a dice macro by name? It's just pounds.
Hashtag it in the name. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have this one added to my thing, so. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Come on, computer. Okay. So while I do that, who wants to recap what happened last time? Who wants to volunteer to recap before I volunteer them to recap?
Alright, I got this one.
Okay.
Remote style. We encountered a group of lockstepping void bringers. Voidbringer? Yeah. I suspect some kind of socialist regime, but I wasn't asked. Great fashion sense, by the way. Most of them looked like they were reanimated corpses. Just kind of had that grayish, dead look to them. There were a few of them that looked like they might still be alive somehow, but held in thrall. And then there was one particular void cultist warlock guy. He had purple lights. We don't like ourselves some purple lights.
They all had purple lights.
Well, he had purple lights hovering and floating, so we can assume that he was part of the source of their purple lights. We're not happy with him. We made him hurt.
I like the assumptions you make. It's entertaining as hell. Doesn't mean it's right, but it's entertaining.
We took one of the Voidbringers hostage rather than out and out kill him.
Prisoner. More prisoner than hostage.
Prisoner. In an effort to, if he is being held in thrall and actually an innocent, we don't necessarily want to have innocent blood just kind of spilt willy-nilly.
At least no more than already.
This has never stopped us before.
No.
Did you start going to church or something?
My character tries to have a moral compass.
Tries.
In other news, my baby is looking at me. Like, big. That is both of what I remember from last session. It was a fairly short session, so
yeah, it was.
Not much to report.
That pretty much summed it up pretty well.
That in, by the way, is the Dwarven holdings that Bryn is associated with. So, forgot on that bit. And there's a lot of better players.
What is that music or sound that I'm hearing?
Not this end.
I heard it too. It sounded like Lloyd's baby was a slowed down didgeridoo. Lloyd, did you chop and screw your baby?
How do you slow down a didgeridoo?
What? No, never. Never mind. I don't want to.
From this day forward, everyone I know who has a baby, a didgeridoo.
I'm concerned about the physics of this. How do you slow down a didgeridoo?
You have to blow really slowly.
It involves a DeLorean and 88 miles an hour.
Ow!
Next time I will be sure to blow really slowly then.
It's the slow blow.
Slow-mo.
The slow-mo slow blow.
We watched that movie yesterday.
Yep. What was that, a question or a statement?
So, do these? I'm assuming that these void bringers look like they're staying down.
Yes, they are staying down. The thing is that the lights behind their eyes haven't gone away, but they're otherwise not moving. Yes, they're staying down.
Is one of them standing upright, just really kind of creepily statuified, and he's just no purple lights anymore?
Nope.
Damn. Dibs on that death during one of our combats.
Okay. So you have a prisoner.
I was just deleted.
Yes, you were. But you're back.
Because I got old. It's just because of my birthday you delete me?
Now you're. It's
Old
the newer.
people?
It's the newer, better Noka.
So, the one that we spared, quote unquote. I'm assuming he's unconscious. Is that the well?
He is indeed unconscious at the
Quote unquote unconscious, I guess.
Yes.
I think I would like to take the opportunity while he's it is not actually I don't know where that one is, but I'm gonna move up to him and
Poke him with a stick.
not exactly. I think I just wanted to sort of take a look at him and
Let's see. Which one did you knock out? You knocked out Voidbringer 6, right? Yes.
yeah, that sounds right. So let me go over here. And I just want to see if I can.
Oh, no, you were at the right spot. He was up there. He's the only one without an X on him.
Yeah, you're in the right spot.
Oh, okay. I was in the right spot.
He's
I was like,
I was reading the tokens wrong. I guess I just want to take a look at a still breathing, quote unquote, specimen and see if I can glean any particular information about his condition, see if I can get any information about what caused this, like the origin of this effect. Not that I think I necessarily can just by looking at him, but
he is still, in fact, breathing. He is, as far as you're able to tell, alive.
okay. Because so the wretched ones were the ones that looked like they were reanimated.
Yes, the wretched ones looked like they were dead. They were, to some extent, some level of decomposition or rigor mortis had set in.
Okay.
The regular void bringers, they looked completely alive. You can tell that this one is breathing. If you put your hand on him, you can feel a pulse, and he's warm.
Oh, okay.
So
He still has the purple light, though, correct?
he does still have the purple light. You can see it behind his eyelids.
Just in case it wasn't assumed that we did it when we tied him up, I am removing all of his possible weapons. I've had DMs that would have given me crap for that before, so...
There are times where you guys make me want to give you crap,
So every day that we live and breathe.
but it's usually more of a reaction thing than me initiating. So what I'm saying is every time I give you crap, you deserve it.
I'm pretty sure I deserve it more
So-
often than you get.
I'm I have a slight concern over. Oh, well, so first of all, the one that's still alive. What
Yep.
race is he? Assuming it's
He looks human. He could be half elf or orc, but given his features, he's probably
Given his features, he's probably what?
he's probably just human.
Okay. Okay.
Never mind. Never
So he's
mind.
not a dwarf, is really what I was.
No, he's definitely not a dwarf.
Okay, interesting.
I rushed home because I realized I'm actually an hour late. I did the math.
Here, hold on. You can.
Is anybody gonna poke him with a stick? Can I poke him with a stick?
Yeah, if you want to.
If you'd like to.
I just want to poke shit with a stick.
Yeah, and Nilka, you notice that once these guys are dead, that feeling you had before, that of course sort of kind of like being hungover, kind of like being sick feeling, it's diminished, but it hasn't gone away.
What color is my hair?
It is pure bright white.
Still?
Yep. It's not the same. Normally it's kind of a white color when you haven't been drinking or there's nothing else weird going around. This is a much more pure white.
Poke.
Prod. So, Kato, go ahead and you're checking to see if you can figure out anything else about this guy. Go ahead and give me a healer check.
Mm-hmm.
Plus wisdom.
Okay. Uh, 20, not natural.
Let's see. Physically, aside from the glowing eyes, nothing seems to be particularly wrong with him. He seems to be, if you didn't see the purple glow from behind his eyelids, you would think that he is just an average person who happens to be unconscious and bruised and bleeding from being knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
So physically, he seems a completely normal specimen of human. He seems to be somewhere between 20 and 30. Seems to be in decent physical health. You don't find any unusual markings or symbols or any kind of malformation of his body. So no tattoos, no scars, no unusual scars, I should say,
Okay.
and nothing like that.
Bloody chin that I gave him.
Do his clothes or anything else that he's wearing indicate anything about his culture or background, like, or whether or not he belongs to an organization? Like, is he wearing cultist robes, or is he dressed as a mercenary, or et cetera, et cetera?
He's not wearing cultist robes, despite the picture. He does have a cloak. He looks, for the most part, like an average traveler. He's wearing kind of hard-wearing traveling clothes. He's not wearing something that is made for around the house or just around the town. He's wearing something that's clearly made for getting between places, being on the road a lot. He is armed. He's not really wearing armor, but he is armed more heavily than you might see most people. Given the rest of his dress, he doesn't seem to particularly belong to any sort of organization or group. He could be one of the mercenaries that you were told about here.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the case, he's not wearing his uniform or a badge of any sort to indicate this.
Okay. So I'll turn to the rest of the group and say, I can wake him if we know what we want to ask him.
But when we wake him,
Louie.
what do we do with him?
I think that waking him right now is a bad idea. I knocked him out so we wouldn't have to kill him, but I don't think he's going to be able to give us any information while he's still held in thrall. I think our goal here is to knock out whatever is producing that purple light and hopefully set him free from his servitude.
So your goal in braining this guy wasn't to question him, it was just to hopefully free him from his condition?
Correct.
Okay.
That's really, when I brain people, I just want to hit them.
So are we going to try to drag him with us, or are we going to keep him here? Does he need to be in our possession to free the thrall?
We've got a cozy little room right there that he's already next to. I say we throw him in there, leave him tied up.
That way we don't drag him with us to wherever we're going.
We can check in on him on our way out.
So we just leave him here?
That sounds like the consensus.
Sure.
Hey, Matt, do you want to pile up a bunch of bodies in that room?
We need a hidey hole. Do we have a dagger to give him?
Yeah, I'll find him a spare dagger. In the eventuality of us, leaving him tied up, I guess, since I just examined him, does he look like he's in at least okay enough condition that he won't? I don't want this guy to like bleed out while we're gone, or suffer something else because of the fact that we tied him up. And granted, we killed the rest of the other guys, but still, he's a captor. But I don't want him to be tortured.
So I should stop poking him.
No, you can poke him.
Okay,
I'm poking him with my tail. What are you talking about?
good. Poke.
So do we gag him so he can't call for help, or do we take our chances on that?
Oh, definitely gag him.
Who's got the ball gag?
I'm assuming Aaron's frozen and he's just not incredibly still.
He is uninterested in everything that we're saying.
Oh, I guess I can't click on him, so must be the answer.
I honestly thought we'd already gagged him whenever we knocked him unconscious. And I can find a spare ball gag, I'm sure.
There's no telling what Cinder put in his mouth.
That's true. It's Aaron part 2.
Yes.
This second Aaron is way more animated than the first one.
Double Aaron! Double Aaron all the way!
It crashed. So you'll have to live with phone me for the moment until I get everything.
The
So,
phone
are you saying when everything went to hell?
When did everything go to hell?
When I stopped talking?
We're sorry, we didn't pay any attention.
Yes, I'm aware of how well
We started
I'm.
talking about ball gagging people, and then that was...
Yeah, did you get that part?
So we've decided to hide this guy. If he's bound and he can't talk, are we going to leave a note or something on him? For him to realize that, hey, we're coming back for you, or are we just going to leave this guy to ponder his fate?
We knocked you unconscious in a gimp suit. Sorry!
Because we're treating this guy as though we're certain he's some sort of a victim.
Well, do we know, is there any way to tell what the kind of thrall he's in if he's consciously aware of what's going on around him?
Well, here's kind of my theory. I'm thinking that he's one of the guys from, one of the captives from the town that we just came from. Because if they're willing to chop these people up and rip their souls out and use them to make weapons, I don't think they're above making them thrall to just be foot soldier automatons either. So that's kind of where I'm going with this, is if he's one of the villagers...
You're making some assumptions that you don't necessarily know. The only you know that they've taken other people, and kept them prisoner. The only one that you know of as a prisoner from that village, from Greenvale, was the daughter of the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. Well,
There very well could be, but that's an assumption that you're making without the information to back it up.
And from his clothes, we have no indication that he might be a villager. He looks more like a traveler, if I understand correctly.
That's right.
That doesn't mean he's not innocent. He's not wearing anything that indicates he's, a mercenary or a dark streak or anything like that.
That is correct.
So if we don't wake him up, where do we go from here? Just explore until we run across something?
Onward, upward, and forward.
I got a big box out here.
Yeah, I mean we're ostensibly looking for the captive girl, but also to figure out what's, what the amber shards, if they're involved. At least that's part of my motivation, is to figure out what they've been doing in, my old holding. So it's twofold. So I would imagine we would just explore from here and deal with whatever we come across.
And on the other side, if we wake this guy up, there's a chance we could get information concerning all of that.
Possibly, but if he's possessed or something like that, we may or may not be able to get anything useful out of him. We could try. I could certainly try. The one thing I could potentially try is, with the GM's blessing, I might be able to, try a ritual or something to maybe push back on whatever it is that's possessing him, and see if I can get to the real person. But I don't know I have no idea if that would even work. It's just something I could try.
My concern, if we wake him, so his compatriots have probably already done this. If he is communicating with whatever has him in thrall, he'll let them know we're coming.
Certainly possible.
So what's the final answer, guys? What you gonna
It's
do?
a lot easier when we just kill them all.
Yeah. Let's just kill him.
This bleeding heart that decided to save one of them.
And poke.
They're only human.
Well, I think the consensus is to just push forward and not wake him up. I think there could be some benefit to doing that, but it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, let's put him off in the side chamber here, I guess, and move on our way.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Aaron, I
Are we
was
barricading the door so we can't get out?
Yeah.
assuming he's tied. I mean, if we tie his legs and feet, I don't imagine he can get too far, but I don't know.
Assume.
Aaron, when I was examining him earlier, did he at least look like he was? Did Cinder do little enough damage to him that the guy is not gonna, bleed out